Today I am struggling, not because of one event, not because of one headline, not because of one crisis, because it feels as though the pressure is coming from every direction at once. Every day brings another warning, another threat, another story about something being taken, manipulated, corrupted, centralized, monitored, poisoned, controlled, or lost. Food, water, health, privacy, freedom, community, culture. The list seems endless. Some days I can hold it all with perspective. Today is not one of those days. Today I find myself asking a question that I suspect many people are quietly asking behind closed doors. How are we supposed to live like this? How are we supposed to wake up each morning, carry on with our responsibilities, care for our families, tend our health, build our dreams, and remain hopeful when it feels as though we are being bombarded from every direction? I don't ask this because I have given up. I ask it because I am tired. Tired of feeling as though vigilance has become a full-time job. Tired of sorting truth from manipulation. Tired of wondering which systems are serving us and which are quietly consuming us. Tired of carrying questions that never seem to receive honest answers. There are moments when it feels as though simply existing has become an act of navigation. Every choice appears loaded with consequence. What do you eat? Who do you trust? What information is real? Which experts are credible? Which institutions deserve confidence? Which technologies are helping, and which are quietly narrowing the boundaries of human freedom? The weight of it accumulates, not all at once, a little each day. A headline here, a policy there, a story that doesn't make sense, a promise that doesn't match reality. A growing awareness that many of the structures we were taught to trust no longer inspire the confidence they once did. And after a while, something inside begins to ask whether the burden of discernment is becoming too heavy for ordinary people to carry. I think that is what I am wrestling with today. Not fear, fatigue. The fatigue of living in an age where everything seems contested. Facts are contested. History is contested. Science is contested. Culture is contested. Even reality itself often feels contested. There are days when it seems as though humanity is being pulled apart by 1,000 competing narratives, each demanding our attention, our outrage, our loyalty, or our fear. And somewhere in the middle of all of that noise sits the ordinary human being, trying to pay the bills, care for the people they love, keep food on the table, and make sense of a world that feels increasingly unstable. Perhaps that is why so many people feel exhausted right now. Not because life is hard. Life has always been hard. But because the sheer volume of things demanding our attention has become overwhelming. And yet, somewhere beneath the fatigue, another realization has been forming. Perhaps sovereignty was never meant to mean controlling the world around us. Perhaps sovereignty begins with refusing to allow the world to occupy every inch of our inner landscape. Because if every threat owns our attention, every outrage owns our emotions, and every fear owns our imagination, then something precious has already been surrendered. Not our freedom, our presence. Maybe the challenge of this time is not learning how to control what is happening around us. Maybe it is learning how to remain fully human while it is happening. To continue creating, to continue loving, to continue noticing beauty, to continue speaking honestly, to continue tending what is ours to tend. I don't have a perfect answer today. What I have is the question. And perhaps that is where many of us are standing right now. Not certain, not comfortable, not convinced that everything will be fine, but still here, still watching, still discerning, still refusing to abandon ourselves in the process. Because maybe sovereignty is not the absence of pressure. Maybe it is the decision to remain yourself while the pressure is being applied. Most of what I write lives on Substack if you want to go deeper. Meet me there at tendingtheinbetween.substack.com.